Who is the true heir to the Batman mantle? Now, me personally, I don't think it's a mantle. I go with the idea that Batman is Bruce Wayne and that's it. But a big part of the conversation within the Batman comics over the last 20 or so years, maybe it stretches back further, is if Bruce were to be gone, who would be the one to step up and replace him? Now, of course, we've seen such things like Batman Beyond on television,
Ooh.
which posit uh, Terry McGinnis as the successor to Bruce in as Batman. But the comics then introduced Damian Wayne, who is Bruce's natural child, therefore having a lineage right to the mantle. But then there are characters like Nightwing, who's the first Robin, the one who is the most experienced and the most trained by Bruce. So he's got a claim as well. I think there are other characters we could talk about too. So that's why I think it's a good time to have the conversation about who is the true heir to the Batman mantle.
To be fair, I just want to issue a little correction. Terry McGinnis is also Bruce's natural child.
Oh,
Spoiler
I didn't
alerts
know
for
that.
a cartoon show that aired 20 years ago.
20 years ago, yeah. At the end of Justice League Unlimited, it's a episode in that future, in Terry McGinnis's future. And he goes to Amanda Waller and finds out that she put Bruce Wayne's genes in Terry's mother.
I don't like that at all.
That
Hey,
sucks.
listen.
What the hell?
But at least Batman, Terry McGinnis and
So,
Batman Beyond is canon in the comics now, thanks to Future's End, right?
Yeah.
Man, I thought like before we recorded, I was like, oh, there's only two answers to this, and then you bring up Terry McGinnis, and I'm like, God damn
so
it.
yeah.
Uh, my gut, I have a gut reaction to this though.
Go.
Jason Todd, just kidding. Um, no, it's Damien for me. Damien. So when I started reading Batman comics was Grant Morrison's era of Batman R.I.P. It was right after 666 actually. So I had to like go back a little bit. But the idea of Batman having a son, even though it's not really a true son, he was kind of made like there was some things there. Um, but it's his biological son that he raises, and it being the other half of the kid being his greatest one of his greatest rivals with Ra's al Ghul, like that child having to take up the mantle of Batman and what he would do with it is what interests me. And I think in every near future iteration that we've had of Batman since then, it's been Damien. We look even at some things like World War. What was the zombie Deceased? There we go. Even in Deceased, uh, spoiler for that, Bruce dies, and who takes up the mantle? Damien does, and Damien is Batman in that. And then there's the idea of the Super Sons with John also being the succession to Superman. That just makes sense to me, and that's coming from like a Nightwing fan. I'm a huge Dick Grayson fan, but in like my heart of hearts, like Dick had his time as Batman. I think he's more important as Nightwing, and it just has to be Damien in my opinion.
I mean, you said it in your argument there yourself. Dick's been Batman. And he's been Batman while Bruce has been dead. Case closed.
So is he just the Batman when Bruce is dead? You just use Phil's shoes instead of like being the true heir to the mantle.
No, I think by having that role and by being able to take up that role, he's the heir to the mantle. He does things differently and he means something different to the mantle. That doesn't mean he's not the heir. He was first. He knows the most what it means to uh take on that role because he's just like Bruce. The only difference is he had the benefit of being raised by Bruce.
Sean, you pop in here because I don't want this because that's going to turn into a back and forth between me and Cal.
Well, I'm throwing my hat in the ring with a completely different answer because as much as I love Damien, I don't think that Damien is the way to go. I don't think that Bruce will retire the bat. I don't think he'll die. I don't think he'll die and someone else will choose it. I think he will retire as an old man. And when that happens, I don't think he would want any of the Robins to take the mantle of Batman because I think Bruce understands what that means, and I don't think he wants that for anybody. I don't think that I don't think that Nightwing is equipped to be Batman in the way that Gotham needs someone to be Batman. I'm really hot on the idea that one day it would be Terry McGinnis with Bruce as his Alfred, with Bruce as his mentor and the person who's guiding him. Someone who can be, because Nightwing can't be influenced by Bruce because he's already made himself. He's his own person. He's gone down that road. And I don't think that Damien is like moral or hinged enough to be Batman without going off the deep end. Terry is a young enough person who he has his own mind, but he can be influenced by Bruce and shown the way to do Batman right. And that's why I would go with him.
So you're positing Bruce is never not Batman unless he physically cannot be Batman anymore.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I think that's the only way he's not Batman.
Yeah, exactly.
In my version, Bruce doesn't get that happy end.
I think of Kingdom Come Batman. Even when he physically couldn't do it anymore, he still did it. You know.
Yeah, for me, he burns out.
So the fourth answer is N.A. There's nobody.
That if I wanted to be that guy, that's what I would have said
Sure.
because I genuinely don't think. I think once he's gone, that's it.
Yeah, once Bruce is gone, it's just a costume, right? Like,
Yeah.
and we've seen that. You know, I think there's a difference between who becomes Bruce Wayne #2 and who puts on the costume and takes on the mantle of Batman.
But in Damien's case, there is no world where Bruce is gone, nobody's Batman, and Damien is also not Batman. That is,
I absolutely think there is a case for that.
in,
He's the grandson of Ra's al Ghul.
but one of his biggest character motivations is that he will be Batman. It is this thing that he will steal if need be. Even if he's a bad Batman, he will be Batman.
Do you know who wouldn't steal? Batman.
No, I agree, but he's still going to be a Batman.
In my mind, if that were to happen, the rest of DC would have to oppose him because I truly believe he would not do well and he would become villainous on some level or something like that. In which case, to me, that's not being Batman. That's just wearing a costume, which I could be Batman for Halloween. Like I don't think he embodies Batman. And to be honest with you, I think the point of Grant's Batman run, at least what I got out of it, was that Bruce can only be Batman.
He's one
And
of
that the 666, sorry?
Bruce and Batman are those two sides of the same coin. Yeah.
Right. The 666 issue is showing you that even Batman's son will be corrupted by what it takes to be Batman. Only Bruce is incorruptible. So based on that, I don't think there's an answer.
Well, you could argue that the having the mantle is a curse in a way. Having the need for a Batman negates the reason for Batman. Does that make sense? Like if Batman needs to exist, then he's not really doing the job correctly because evil is still around. So it's a curse. It's
maybe not correctly, but the job isn't finished.
Yes, yeah, it's almost like an Ouroboros. It's a snake eating its tail. It's never ending. So having the mantle even existing is a curse. That's why, like in my eyes, Dick Grayson is the thing that breaks the curse. Nightwing is a shining light, and he's kind of, especially in the more recent runs, Tom Taylor, Dick Grayson's Nightwing has kind of stepped away in a way, and kind of made a man of himself and a hero of himself, where Nightwing can't exist separate from Batman or Bruce Wayne. Where I think Damien will always be in that shadow, for good or for worse.
Second best.
I think he'll always be in the shadow, yes. I don't think he'll ever be the Bat.
Yeah.
But that cool costume, it's got to happen.
That cool costume that he'll never fit in. It'll always be slightly too big.
Real quick. Do you guys think we'll ever get to a point in time where Damien is like 25, 30? 25.
We'll get college Damien, I think.
Uh,
But like post college adult Damien, I don't know, man.
I would have said no at a certain point, but I think a struggle that DC is having right now is the aged up John Kent.
Oh, big surprise there. Doing that was a bad idea, huh?
I think they've sort of lost what to do with Damien. He's an island. He's an island. You know, he's got no one to bounce off of. You know, he's been kicked out of the Teen Titans. You know, the only thing that's left for him to lean on is his assassin training.
Well, he had a good supporting cast. I think it was Williamson's run of Robin, where he had like a Flatline was like this will they won't they situation. Great character, but like you don't see hide or hair of her anymore.
But that's what I'm talking about. Like he has to lean on, you know, going to the Magic Island that's run by Ra's al Ghul or whatever.
I definitely want to see the day Damien grows up. But do I think we will? I don't know, man. I don't know.
Outside of a weird time travel issue or something.
Even in the future stuff that Tom King is doing with Trinity, they're still like he's still drawn about 16 at best.
That doesn't even make any sense to me. But
yeah.
Who do you guys say is the true heir to the Bat Mantle?
Tim Drake fans, let me hear you in the comments.
No, it's not Tim Drake.
Okay, all right.
He needs to go to college. He needs to like go somewhere.
I'm the number one Tim Drake fan. If there are no other Tim Drake fan, it's because I'm dead. It's not him. It's not him. He's been Batman in the future and he has turned. It's not Tim Drake.
Wow. Look at that. So yeah, Tim Drake fans, you're wrong. Sorry to tell you, it is what it is. But sound off in the comments. Make sure you leave us a like, subscribe to the channel if you enjoy what we do. We'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys.